The San Diego City Council elected a new president earlier this month. The position's responsible for adding agenda items, appointing committee members, and leading city council meetings and more. Joining us in studio is newly elected San Diego City Council President Joe LaCava. You represent District 1 as well. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you, Carl. I'm glad to be here.
I just want to get right into, first off, what are your biggest priorities as the City Council President?
Well, as the council president at this point in time, it's really about delivering a balanced budget come June. We have a $250 million deficit that we have to figure out. And so it's really bringing my council colleagues together, working with the mayor and the city attorney to make sure that we deliver that balanced budget in June, making cuts where they do the least harm, but still positioning the city to be successful going forward, deliver the services that everybody expects from us.
And not only are we seeing a budget deficit, we had hoped, or leadership had hoped, the mayor had hoped that we would pass Measure E and get even more. So with a deficit this large and not getting more money that you're hoping to see down the road, how do you even start to approach those cuts? What goes first?
Yeah, that's really the difficult thing. You know, the core service the city provides is public safety. Now that, of course, includes police, fire, and lifeguards, and those are the departments we're going to want to protect because that's a core service. But it's also addressing homelessness that I would argue is also part of public safety, how we actually work with those folks that are sleeping on the sidewalks or in the canyons. And then we have to be very methodical about all the other services the city provides and make sure that we use data to figure out where to do the cuts. Now, in the past, administrations have just said, let's just cut off the top, just figure out 10, 20%, cut those, and we'll make do. That really doesn't work. It really hurts. It really devastates departments. It doesn't allow us to deliver the services. So we want to be very strategic, and we want to look at the different parts of the city. A cut of a library hour in one part of the city can have a much more devastating impact than a cut of an hour in another part of the city. So we're really going to go through that process over the next several months.
Yeah, when you're cutting, you're looking to kind of cauterize as well. You want to prevent whatever damage you do in this one cut from being something that spills over systemically.
Exactly, and it's also an opportunity to look at efficiency. Do we really have exactly the programs that we need? Which are the programs that are delivering the results that we need? And maybe cutting back on some of those. And so that really becomes that conversation. Traditionally, one of the things I'm going to do as council president, traditionally the council doesn't really get involved in the budget until probably about May. I'm going to start that process much earlier.
Sure.
We have a new budget chair. I've talked with the mayor, and we're eager to get involved, get the public in the conversation so we get their priorities as well.
I touched on Measure E did not pass. It was a ballot initiative that would have brought about $200 million to the general fund, although designated for infrastructure. Voters said no. Yeah. What does that tell you about voters' priorities in San Diego right now?
Well, it's important to remember we missed by 3,500 votes out of 600,000. Okay. But clearly there's a mood that says we're not sure that we trust government to give them more money going forward. We're not sure that we see the results that we'd like to see. So it's really incumbent on us to really demonstrate and tell a better story about the services that we do provide and the efficiencies we bring to those conversations. I think that was a little bit of the challenge in the budget conversation last year. We didn't tell the story very well. And so we need just to work a little bit harder. And I think with this council and this mayor and our new city attorney that we're going to be able to do that, build that confidence.
Some estimates are, I think, $9 billion backlog of infrastructure work projected over the next 10 years. Have about a minute left here. Yeah. How do you even go forward with that? Is it a straight pause on infrastructure projects because you don't have that money coming in?
There is going to be a slowdown. I don't want to sugarcoat this. A lot of the money that we have comes from state and federal sources. Those are still available to us. We'll still proceed with those projects. What you won't see is new projects starting up until we really figure out how we're going to generate some new revenue, try to find new sources of money. The mayor is relentless, going to Sacramento, going to Washington, D.C. to bring money, our fair share, to California and San Diego. So we're going to still keep fighting for those dollars and try to be more strategic about what infrastructure projects we do.
Council President, San Diego City Council President Joe LaCava, District 1, you represent, just quickly, we're out of time, but I do want to ask, there's a movement in the city of La Jolla, signatures are being gathered, in La Jolla, to make it its own city, to separate from the city of San Diego. To your district, do you think that's a good move for both sides?
Well, I'm staying neutral because they need someone to be objective and answer their questions. The proponents are always going to do a sales story. They have a long process ahead of them. And what I like to point out, it's only happened once in California that a community was able to detach from a city, and that was Coronado in the 1800s. It's a very high threshold. I wish them the best. They're very passionate about them. There's a process for them to go through to make their case and see if the voters in La Jolla want to leave, whether the voters in San Diego want to let them go.
Yeah, we're still
we'll
early
see.
in the process.
There we go.
A lot of challenges ahead of you. Like we were just saying in the break, congratulations and my condolences for getting the position in this time with so much on your plate, but I'm sure it's going to be, you'll be up to the task. It's nice to have you there. Joe LaCava, we appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited about the task ahead of us.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.